Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back with another video of reviews. So if you're in it, be happy. So we're starting off with Grecs12. His question is, I would like to have some help with some arena choices for arena offense, but mostly arena defense. Also, some help with giants would be nice. Greg is one of the guys that actually sent me quite a few logos, and for people that are watching this video right now, or well, when you're gonna watch it, I will make a video today about the logos I got sent in. I know the deadline is the 19th, January the 19th, but I want to make it now and start voting over the weekend, and then because I don't think there's gonna be anyone sending me any logos if I don't ask for it. So that's what's gonna happen. I got quite a few, got some of them that I like, so I think that's fine. So let's have a look. Let's start with the Giants team. I know what you have, so let's see. You got a cases, so that's definitely gonna be in that setup. Now you want to search for something that is like you need some damage mitigations by attack break and cleansing it. So let's see what we have. Do we have an attack break? We got a slow, but we got Darien. So let's say we have. We're probably gonna use. I'm just thinking here, but we're probably gonna use a Wa, Verdale, Acasis, and Darien, and then maybe Amon, something like that. Should that work? Let me just think of it. Okay, let's make Verdale a leader. I know it's a fire unit, so that might be bad, but like he could give you that extra speed, but he's not reliable at the moment. He's not 100% crit, so I wouldn't do with that. So I think I won't take Verdale in this very moment. So let's take something else. Well, if you don't take Verdale, I would do it like this. I'm thinking what I should put leader. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, what you could do is Shemati, because she has a glancing hit, if I'm correct. Chances of the enemy to, yeah, that's glancing hit, right? Yeah. So maybe I'm just thinking Shemati, Megan, Acasis, Amon. No, this is not correct. That's too many units. The thing is, you don't have a really good leader skill. Verdale would be a good leader skill, but the problem is he's not reliable enough right now. You need 100% crit. But what I want to bring is like Acasis, a Wa, Darien, because Acasis gives you the shield, a Wa gives you the continuous damage and slows down the boss quite a bit. And Darien will mitigate the damage, but also the slash waves will also help you quite a bit, because if you put this on the boss, he won't hit you as hard. So those three is gonna be in it, and then I think you want to have a leader plus a buffer, so Megan is gonna be in it. Megan also brings a debuff, which is good. So now we get the cases, Megan, Darien, the case, and a Wa. To be honest, what should I bring as last? Maybe Lucian, maybe Amon. You should try that out with whatever, like make a cases leader anyway, then at least you're I think that's the only wind unit right now, depending on what you take with you. But like, for example, take a cases and then as leader, take a cases, Megan, Wa, and Darien with you, and then try out Lucian and try out Amon, because I'm not sure how much healing power you need, because Awa is gonna give you so much more time, because you basically only have to deal with his counterattack right now because of Awa, and I'm not 100% sure if you need that much healing then. If you just time the cases shields right, I think that would do the trick already. But if you need more heals, then you could take Amon with you. He should be able to make sure that he doesn't hit. What's also an option is get the Verelex crit up to 100%. Then he's more reliable, and you could use him to get it done right. Because then you could use him as leader, the cases, Awa, Darian, and Megan. And then what's gonna happen is that he's only gonna counterattack you. So there you just shield up, and that should be fine if you just make sure that the hits go on the units that are pretty survive. Like the case is pretty strong and Darian is pretty strong. If you rune him up, obviously. Also, you could skip Darian and you could take Belladon. No, I'm not sure. That's not correct. Thing is, you need an attack break, and currently I see it only on your Darian. Like that's the reason why I want him in. But you can try some things around. I think Verelex lead is pretty good because you get those 28% speed. That's pretty damn awesome. So I think you should try it out with those units I just said. Mix it a bit around, see what happens. Obviously, some of the runes you might have to work on to make it happen, but that should be able to do it. Okay, for defense, you said for offense and defense. Let's save defense. Camellia is one of the better units on defense. She's like almost unkillable. Let me check what you did, how you ruined her. Yeah, that's pretty good. I would say that's just fine. Don't know what else you should do with that. That's definitely your defense unit there. Think you would put in Amon as well, just because Amon helps you out. I see you ruin it with Despair. I'm not saying that's bad or anything, but I like Violent a lot better, because now he's just gonna hit once and that's it. And most of the time when you provoke, stunning the provoked target isn't really needed, because Amon can take a hit to start it, and Amon doesn't really need to, like, you can only stun a guy, right? I mean, it could be good, but it's not necessary. I mean, if you provoke a guy, it already kinda is enough. Like it doesn't, like, it's just gonna hit you as with a normal attack, so that's not a big deal. But Camellia, Amon, good on defense. I think you could even use your Shemati. Your Acasis as well on defense. I think that works as well. And then Shemati. So Shemati lead, Acasis, Amon, and Camellia, because all your units are pretty fast, except for Amon is not super fast, but then you have a pretty good defense, if I would say so myself. Yeah, I think I would do that. That seems like a decent defense. Your damage comes from the fact that, like, eventually your Camellia will get a defense break. Is that what this decrease? No, it's attack speed. You cannot break defense then. That's more of a stall team then. You could replace Cases at some point with Belladon. I think that will be stronger than the Cases, but for now, just use her because you got her ruined up and all. And then later on, put Belladon in. For attack, well, you're gonna use Shemati as your leader. I think you bring your Lucian and your Megan. If you know you can outspeed them, that is. If you can know you can outspeed them, then bring Shemati, a Megan, and Lucian, and then the next unit, it could be anything. I would guess a Cases maybe, or Amon for that matter. I think a Cases is a little bit better because of the fact that she can just take put on this force shield and take everyone out. Like everyone, sorry, you can put on the force shield so everyone takes all the damage out on the force shield and you still live. So that I think that's the better way, the best way to do it. But like, let's say the main attack team is probably going to be Shimeti, Megan, and Lucian. I must say Lucian, like if you fight a defensive comp, what you want to do is bring Shimeti, Belladon, and something that could pierce through damage. I use my Lucian for that as well, but he's kind of squishy. I mean, yours has a decent amount of health, so I think it's gonna be fine, but he might die. But I think bringing Lucian together with Shimeti, and then when you fight a defense comp, bring in Darien and Belladon, or bringing Belladon and Amon, or Darien and Amon, depending on, like, if you need a lot of heals, Belladon and Amon could be working, but Darien is also very useful because of the defense break. I would rune both these units with Violent, by the way, if you get that. You get some good units, man. You should be doing good later on in the arena. I don't even know what your rating is currently. I should check that out. But you should be doing great. I mean, you might have to work on some of your Megan speed to take on the speed teams. But if you fight a speed team, what you could do to survive it is just use your Cases, right, to shield off your units. But of course you have to survive the first hit. But we'll see. If you have Darien, for example, if you have Darien in your setup together with Belladon and Lucian then, and they go attack you, 9 of the 10 times they won't kill you because of Darien mitigating the damage. And since Lucian has over 15k health, he should survive most of that, and then you could heal up with Mobilize of Belladon. So that works pretty well. Okay, this was your review. Hope you got something useful out of it. And I'll be back with the next review. Okay, I'm back with kiwiman. His question was, hi, can you help me please? My runes are horrible and I'm not going so well in TOA. Well, first of all, it's kinda to be expected that your runes aren't that great yet. Because you're level 29 and not going so well in TOA. I mean, when you're level 29, you just want to go as far as you can and then leave it behind. Like, get the rewards you can and then leave it behind. It's not like you will clear states 100 anytime soon, because you need like 11 levels before you even max level. And even then, it will take forever. But you do have awesome units. So I don't really give a shit about your runes. If you have these kind of units. You even got a 6-star already. How did the fuck did you do that? A 6-star on level 29, that's fast. I mean, I think I didn't get my 6-star that fast. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, you got 2 natural born 5-stars if I'm correct. Is this the dark one? Oh my god, you have a dark? What, dude? You're just crazy. You got some crazy ass summons. Attacks all enemy, removing benefit strength and stunning the enemies who has. Whoa, this unit is beastly. Really, this unit is a beast. Okay, let's go over your units and check them out one by one. Dragonite, really nice unit. You even ruined him with Violent already. Maybe if you're smart, you don't ruin him with Violent. You might say, now, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, getting good Violent runes is hard. I see you have 2 good Violent runes, but these 2 are crap. So I do think you should just keep Violent, but like, I don't know if you have done that with more units. Let me check quickly. No, okay. Then I won't deny the fact that it's good. Try to upgrade these two to plus, well, try to get a 3-star on both these sides and plus them to +6 at least. Further rest is pretty good. And one other thing, try not to upgrade your runes like this, because what you did is +10 this, +10 this. Probably you're doing it like this again, like +11, then you +11 this, then you +11 this, then you +11 this. But that's not smart. Why is that not smart? Basically, this rune you want him to be +15, because this is gonna give you the most stats. But I wouldn't do it right now, but I would just go from +3, +6. I don't have that many fingers on this hand, but fuck it. +6, +9, and +12 I cannot show you, but like every 3 times you upgrade a rune you get a substat. So you don't want to have like +10, because that's a bit awkward. You just have +9 or +12, nothing in between. I see that you had an attack rune here. Try to find a 3-star attack percentage rune, because it's a waste of money on +10ing this, because it's like this rune. Well, this is a 6-star, but or this rune is so much better. And try also this unit. Read his skills real quick. He gets continuous damage for critical hit, okay, and he does more damage the lower he drops on HP, and he heals. So what you want to have on this guy is just a lot of HP. And you have an attack rune here, so this is not really great for him either. If I were you, I would put HP percent on the 6 slot and HP percent on the 2 slot, and put this rune on your Oracle, because your Oracle is just a beast. Let's first check Sue out. What are her skills exactly? Let's start with a passive. Recovers 50% of the stun, blah, blah. I think you just want to get high crit on her to land her skills. At least the second one, because that is gonna do the most damage. So we have Fatal. Again, attack percent rune here. Don't get those attack runes. Don't even upgrade them, because you don't need those runes. You can easily farm a 3-star rune and upgrade that to +9, because a 3-star rune gives as much as a 5-star rune. It only will be like 2% difference or something, or maybe 3, but that's it. So get those 3-star runes. Like this rune you could easily upgrade to +9. This rune, nice, keep it like that. And then if you would change this out, that would be a lot better. Personally, I would make it, instead of Fatal Energy, I would go for Fatal Blade, because her second skill depends on critical hits, and that is actually where she comes in very handy. Like every continuous damage, that's pretty damn good for bosses. That's something you would take into account. Rogue, to be honest, I don't really think you need Rogue anymore. I mean, it's a good unit, but you have so many better units, so many more better units. So let's see this guy. This is the Oracle that has been super good. What do you get? Actually, you get from Actually and your Awakener. Let's see. Her first skill attacks 3 times, which is pretty. This is actually pretty good. The attack bar, you recover the attack bar each time you crit. Inflicts continuous damage for 3 turns to the target and sets a bomb up to blow after 3 turns. This is probably a really hard hitting bomb. And then we got attacks all enemies, removing their beneficial effects and stunning the enemy who has beneficial effect. This is really good. This is like one of the better beneficial effect removers in the game, I think. Because you can like remove their buffs but also stun them, and that makes it sick. So what you want to have on this unit is like 100% accuracy. That's basically what you want. It's an attack monster, so what you should do is I think I would go for Fatal Focus and an accuracy on this slot, as you did there. So let's make this an attack percent rune. Keep this and keep this. and make this a focus set. I know that there's a 16 attack on the substat and that's great, but then just use that on another unit instead of this unit, because it's not, I mean, yeah, it's good, but it's not, you want to have focus. You really want to have a high amount of accuracy, 100% when you can. I would put this on Joker, on your Jojo. Let's have a look at your Jojo. This unit is gonna be your bread and butter, man. This is gonna get you in arena, get you very far in arena as well. 100% sure about that. So really nice that you have it. So let's see what Jojo has. Fatal energy, that's fine. Make this an attack percent rune. Make sure to do that. You can just farm those runes. You're at the stage that's easily to do for you. Just go fatal to the stage where the fatal 2 slot drops and farm till you get a 3-star attack percent rune. That's the only thing you have to do. Make sure that you get like 50 accuracy. So maybe you want to rune this for an accuracy percent rune, or you want to switch the energy set to focus set and try to get accuracy percent on the substats, because otherwise you're gonna miss all your bombs, and this is where his damage comes from. Let me just, yeah, the Brownie Magician. I think it's a really good unit, plus it's one of your only units right now that gives an immunity buff, which is pretty good. Maybe not in this stage right now, but later on it will be. How would I rune him? I personally runed him with Despair. Not anything else actually, just Despair and 2 good runes. The reason for that is because he already have a violent set built in his first skill. So he can just get that procced a few times. And Fly hits everything, so that's pretty good for the Despair. But what I did with him is Despair and then Speed on 2, HP percent on 4 and HP percent on 6. Because this, you want to get Whistle off before any other of your units go. That's basically what you want to do. Well, you don't want to, maybe you don't have to let him go first, but you want to have him go before you get attacked. Yeah, I think it's a really good unit. This actually was the unit that brought me through TOH stage 100. So yeah, it's a very good supportive unit. We got the Vampire. To be honest, I don't think it's good enough for you. Like, it's not a good enough unit for you. I wouldn't put my time into him. Rema goes there and could be actually pretty good. Try to get like full energy set. Like just farm that, man. You can do that. That's not too hard. Go to the first stage, get every rune, get the 2-slot, 3-star HP rune and all that, and just plus 9 them. It's not that hard. Then we got Amon. You need to get 100% crit rate, and you need to get as much health as you can. So let's see if you have any. No, you have like really weird runes on this guy. I think you just put runes in to have runes in. What you want to do is try to get like HP percent, crit percent, like not crit damage but crit percent, and HP percent. That's just what you want to do. It's really easy. Try to get substats with crit rate. Like, you want to have crit rate on this rune, not crit damage. And try to get that 100% crit rate, and try to get as much life as you can. It doesn't really matter which set you use, because there's no good set for him as long as crit rate is 100% and he has high health. That's what you want to aim for him. Obviously Violent is a good set for him, but that's late game. You won't achieve that right now with the same stats, with the high health, with the high crit. Then we got Megan. I think you do need a Megan. I think you need to get her. I think you already leveled her up to 4-star, but you need to awaken her and get her up in your team, because you need a buff, because you don't have that currently. Then you could buff up your team. What you want to do for it, just make it fast, so swift focus of swift energy. 2 slots is going to be speed, 4 slots is going to be HP percent, 6 slots is going to be accuracy percent. And for the rest you don't have anything, well, this unit is good. Keep this unit. You might want to use that later on for giants. Maybe, I'm not sure. I mean, there is, if you would have really good runes on the Dragon Knight, you could even solo B9 with him, but who knows. But I think you should keep this one. You got some really good units, and don't worry about TOA right now, man. It's not really your priority. Your priority is to get your runes in order. So get this to an HP percent rune, get this to an HP percent rune. Use this energy rune probably on this oracle, on the oracle. Bleh. Use that on the oracle, because she's gonna benefit more from that. And then you could go for still fatal and then just go for energy instead. That's what I would do. The blade rune, you could use it on someone else, but really just keep it, because it's a pretty good blade rune, but you don't really have a unit that needs it right now. I mean, your Jojo could potentially use it, but Jojo needs a lot more accuracy percent, because you will miss a lot of your bombs right now. You only have 70, like the bombs have 50% additional accuracy, right? But if you have like 7%, so that half of the time your bombs will miss, and that is all the damage he does, or at least most of his damage. So you kind of want to make sure that they hit. So you got really good units. I think what your main focus is getting those correct runes, and then your second focus is getting those materials to start awakening some of these cool units after you got the runes, and then you should just progress through the game when trying to finish all the stages, level up your monsters before you have to worry about 2A. Just do till what stage you can do, and then leave it behind. Do that every month, and later when you level 40 you can worry about getting high. Getting high. Not on drugs, but I mean getting high in TOH. This is the end of the review. So I'll be right back with another review. Okay, I'm back with Verelex, whatever. His question is, I'm having difficulties with PV, giants/dragons. Could you suggest what to evolve next and which runes I should use? Second question was, are my monsters runed correctly? And last but not least, I'm also constantly running out of mana. Where would be a good place for me to farm, especially for me? I've been struggling 8 and 4s with Verelex. Well, I think we all have mana problems. I mean, I still have them. I still run out of the mana stuff. I could understand why you might have problems in PvE, because you don't have a priority set. What it looks like me, I mean, of course you have some units up here, but you kind of have a lot of units up here. So let's go over your units. I think Chloe is definitely one of your units that you want to focus on. You ruined her correctly, so there's nothing to say about that. You're gonna aim on. I think you're a bit low on L. Yeah, you do. Like, it's not like you ruined her wrong or anything, or him, but you only have 55%, and you use the violent set already. And that's a bit of the problem. You cannot use violent and not have 100% crit rate. So you need to get that 100% crit rate and then use violent, but not the other way around. If you can get 100% crit rate with violent, that's super awesome, but currently I don't see it happening. Because this is going to give you, what, 3% more? Or 2? What is it? 2? 13 more or something, or 12. And that's it. So you need to get, I think what I would do if I were you, just get blade runes on him instead of the violence set, because blade runes will get him out to probably 100% if you have some subset crit. He is also one of the monsters that you might want to use for PvE when he has enough. Let's see, I think Beretta is also a pretty good monster for you. You ruined him correctly, so that's good to see. Ramagos is always a pretty decent monster. I mean, your runes are fine, man. About like you were saying, are my monsters runed correctly? Yeah, yes, definitely. There's nothing wrong with your runes. You might want to get Megan awakened at some point. I think you're working on that. And get this to HP percent, but that's probably what you're farming for. Oh, you get the fire one. Let's see what she does, the Sky Dancer. Recovers, that's pretty good. That's pretty good heal attack stuff. Dance the enemy run becomes instantly. Okay, don't know how good this is. So you want like a team for giants and dragons. Maybe you just have to set your priority on which unit you want to start using. Because I think you have everything you want to have. This Amazon is actually pretty good. You want to save this unit because she's a really good one-shot monster. But I would set my priority on whatever you want to go, and then what I would do is just focus on one team right now, like 5 or 6 units, and that will be Beretta, Eamon, Chloe, Megan, those units for sure. And I think your Fire Joker, depending if you want to use him or fuse him. I'm not sure if you are using him for fusion. Otherwise, you could use your Fire Phantom Thief. That's a pretty good one-shot monster as well. And we got the support units. I'm not 100% sure. Are you like, this is hard for me. I know this unit is pretty damn good. It's a reviver, so you might want to use him. And Shimeti might be a better speed leader, but it's not overall. I like Beretta's skills better, and you have him already at 5 stars and everything. So I would put my focus on just like 5 or 6 units, because 5 is the team for PvE. So Beretta would be one of the main focus, Eamon and Chloe and Megan. And I think personally I would put the Fire Joker plus the Water Undine in that team. Because the Water Undine is really strong. She has a second attack that heals, and she has a revive with 40%, which is pretty good. Also she has a leader skill, but that's not that insane. So that's what I would do if I were you. Obviously you can add your Phantom Thief there as well, and Ramagos, because those are pretty good units as well. Well, I notice you already have this guy. I'm not sure if you're using him or not. But he's a fusion material that I know of. He's a fusion material that I know of. So is this is also a fusion material. But I know she's good, so that's a bit. If you don't want to use her, that's fine as well. But then you should maybe get something else. This is also a fusion material, so I'm guessing you're going for that fusion, but you're just using them as well, since they need to become 5-star anyways. Yeah, so the team I said, that's what I would focus on. If you're gonna use the Undine and stuff for fusion, just use the monster that you're gonna get from the fusion, because that's something you're gonna focus on anyways. Try to get your runes on like Eamon. It's not worth going violent if you cannot reach the 100% crit. So try to switch that on. Well, you switch the runes. You take the runes off. I'm a bit jibber jabbers today. I don't know. I'm just saying things that don't make sense. Don't know why. So try to fix some of the runes and then focus on that team. You could obviously switch something out. I mean, there's more the Fire Joker I like, but there's more fire DPS. The Fire Phantom Thief is also really strong, so that's also a possibility. About the mana stones, well, I think there's nothing really special you can do. Uh, the way I farm mana stones is basically hard mode, Aiden Forest, and leveling fodder. There's nothing really to it. There's nothing specific you could do. You could run hard mode Fame and Volcano if you can beat that. But or normal mode, that's also fine. But it's not like a gold mine. If you want to get like quick cash, farming secret dungeons 2 stars is pretty good. But I have the same problem. I still run out of my mana quite easily, and then I have to wait and be a bit, well, I don't upgrade my runes for a time so I can get that. But like, for example, where most of your mana is actually in like runes like these. You upgrade them to plus 12, and this plus 12. And I'm not saying it's not worth it, it's just costing you a lot. You would be fine at plus 9. Besides, you need to get some of the runes replaced anyways, and like some of the runes are not worth plus 12 and plus like this rune. I mean, I'm not saying that's a bad rune, but a plus 9 it would have been fine as well. It costs you a lot of money, and you kind of like, this guy is fucking plus 12 all the way around, and that's fine. I mean, it's one of your main units, but it's not worth plus 9ing everything right now when you still have to work on a lot of other runes, getting the correct ones. For example, here there is the HP rune that's still lacking, right? I would just stick to plus 9 and try to make sure everything is plus 6 and plus 9. The slot 2, 4 and 6 should be plus 9, and then the rest should be plus 6 at least. And then obviously, I mean, it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. A plus 12 something, it's fine, but you have to be careful that you don't waste too much money on all the runes. For example, in your Amon, this rune, it's actually really good if you get this to plus 15, because he needs 100% crit. But it's not useful if you want to try upgrade these runes right now, because they don't give you anything. Like, it's good, the runes are not bad. I'm just saying that as long as you don't have that 100% crit rate, why would you try to use violent and upgrade the runes? Because it's not gonna matter anything anyway. So I would just put two blade sets in if I were you, and get that 100% crit. For mana, yeah, I don't know, the farming, what I said, I do farm Aiden Forest as well, on hard mode most of the time. It works, it gives me quite some money, but it's not a gold mine or anything. It's just, I don't know, it's just hard to get money. You just have to save up and then prioritize the good runes. But make sure you prioritize your team, and then you should be fine, and you should be able to progress a little bit further in dragons and giants. Because at the moment you don't really have you don't prioritize. It looks like that. I mean, I'm not saying maybe you have a plan or anything, but I should just pick 5 to 6 units that you focus on. And when I say focus on Beretta, right, you say like, what should I do with them? Well, maybe make sure that her runes are correct, right? I think her runes are fine, but like she's pretty much done for now. Well, if you look at Amon, he's not done, and you need, like, if you focus on your phantom, if you want to get him awakened, and maybe this rune to plus 6 at least. Like, focus on that team. And for Chloe, you might want to get some of the runes upgraded as well to plus 9. For Megan, you want to awaken her, she's pretty important. Same goes for the Joker, you need runes if you want to use him. And the Udine if you want to use him. So yeah, those things you want to focus on. That make your setup usable everywhere, like, and then start focusing on specific things. Like you could, I mean, there's no point in giving you a giant team when you don't even have a team ready right now. Because it's a really, like, it's not like you have a prioritizing here, because these are all units that are, well, A1 is a bit tanky, but the rest is all damage, and some of these are fusion materials, so I'm not 100% sure what I should say about them. Because I think you're going to fuse the Phoenix? Is it the Phoenix? I'm not 100% sure, or the Valkyrie. But try to prioritize what you want to do, and then get one team up of 5 or 6 units, and that should help you. Okay, this is the end of the review, and this is also the end of the video, because the reviews got quite long, so I don't want to put up an hour video right now. That will take forever to upload, so I'll stop it here, right here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!